Hope you're all still awake. Late Night Mega here. Hey look, Yang's here. I found Yang. He's alive. And he's got some new friends that are kind of rude. Hey, your friends are rude. Let's check the swords and get this treasure. We could have gotten this earlier, but dwarven bread, that's not that useful. Don't worry. It sounds fancier than what it really is. Actually, I don't even remember what it does. What does it do? Dwarven bread. Same effect as sight. It lets you look at the world map. See? It's not that exciting. Hi, Yang! Yang! Huh? It's me, Cecil. Cecil. Baron's knight turned traitor. Seize him! Yes, sir. Wait, what? Yang? Are you still awake? Alright, these guys. I have a strategy for them. Because you see, if you hit them or you attack them in any way and they're left alive, they will counter with some nasty sort of status effects. They'll use... So what we're going to do... I want to say they have like around 400-ish, 365 to 465 HP. Well, it's less than 465. I want to say it's like around 360. Might even be less than that. We can check the bestiary after this fight. And I want to save Tella's magic, so we're going to use Palam's magic, and we're just going to do that. Yeah, they'll counter with either, I believe they counter with Mini, which turns you small. You can't cast any magic spells other than Mini. You take tons of physical damage, because your defense is like crap. And it's not a pleasant thing to deal with, so I'm going to avoid that and just cast some strong level 2 spells on them. Yang, what are you doing? You insolent wretch. And now we have to actually fight Yang, and he comes up as Monk here. Oh, I know what else I wanted to say. About the Super NES version and the sound effects. Tella, you're going to cast level 3 spells. And since he can only cast 3 of them, that's why I saved his magic for this battle. And look at that damage. Palam, go ahead and bluff yourself. Yang kind of takes a long time to attack in this version. I remember losing to him as a kid playing the Super NES version. But anyways, that sound, the sound that Cecil's sword makes, it makes such a cooler sound in the Super NES version. So much so that that sound effect alone being changed almost made me want to play the Super NES version for that sound effect alone. The Super NES version, his sword is like a cuff sort of sound. I really like it. Okay, let's get you casting some spells. Let's hit him with ice. We haven't hit him with ice yet. And as you can see, Yang has kind of a lot of HP. So that's why I wanted to save all this. Is Yang ever going to attack? Oh, here we go. Thank you, Yang. And he does some decent damage with his kick to everyone. I do a lot of decent damage, too. Let's get some curing going on here. There, that looks better. He should be almost gone. Yeah, we're out of stuff. We're going to use Osmos and drain the MP from him. He actually does have MP here. Yes, quite a bit of MP, which is fully restored Tella's magic. So we can go back to casting level 3 spells with him. Let's go with Thundara. Come on, you've got to be almost dead. I like Firaga. So we'll go with that one. I don't remember him taking this much damage before. Ha! Take that, 21. This isn't like a waiting game, is it? Hurrah! Dang, that hurt. Oh, well, this isn't good. Go, weak level 1 spell. Dang, that actually wasn't too bad. I mean, if we're comparing it to Cecil's attack there. Ugh. Finally, he goes down. Cecil, what just happened? After Leviathan attacked us, I cannot remember anything. Obviously, you suffered a slight case of amnesia and were being used by Baron. Where are Rydia and Edward? Rydia was swallowed by Leviathan. Edward, I do not know. Where are we? In Baron. Let's go elsewhere so we can discuss everything in private. Yay, the High Monk Yang has joined the party. There's no real difference between Monk and High Monk. At least not in this game. Thanks for taking care of those soldiers. You're more than welcome to spend the night here. Hooray! And Palom's just gonna go to sleep. Yang, this is Tella. His daughter and Edward were... My daughter loved him enough to sacrifice her life for him. I'm sorry for your loss. I am Yang of Fabul. I'm the prodigy of Massidia. My name's Palom. Palom. Feel free to ignore my twin brother. I am Purim. I can't believe you were obvious to so much. Oblivious. You're obvious to so much. Oh, that should become my phrase for this game. Palom, apologize. No, he is right. Forgive my actions. Well, first things first, we have to find Cid. Sneaking into the castle won't be easy. What's this? This is the Baron key, of course. They must have given it to you when they gave you command of those guards. With this key, I believe we'll be able to find Cid. And find what I consider a fairly difficult dungeon. Alright, we are all set to go. But before we do that, the Baron Key can also unlock the weapon and armor shop here. Ta-da! We'll check the faces. As you can see, there's some treasures back there. Let's go, let's be sneaky and get them. 2,000 gil. Oh. Yeah, hang on, I'm gonna rob you first. Rage of Zeus, that was barely even worth it. Okay. So we have Thunder Rod. I do want a Thunder Rod. Healing Staff. Yang. For this next dungeon, most things are weak to Ice or Thunder, so we're going to give those types of claws to Yang. Let's just do that. Okay, we don't have anything else to give him. And Palom can use the Thunder Rod. And Twist Headband. This is all mainly stuff for Yang. Or other people, but mainly Yang. Yang's gonna get that. Yang's gonna get that. And Yang is going to get a ton of much-needed defense. Look at his HP, though. He's at a higher level than Cecil, but as you'll see, his HP will come to rival that of Cecil's. Alright, and we're all done here. It'd be smart to pick up some items, too. Okay, we have enough of those. We have enough of those. Remove Toad. I don't think I need to remove Toad. I do want a few more tents. Maybe I won't need them right now, but I will need them. And just because of the next dungeon, we're gonna do a save. Alright, and because of the next dungeon, we are going to go back to our, long-standing discussion of where I rank the Final Fantasy games. And so we've finished what I consider the good or my favorite tier. Hey, secrets. There's another secret in here. There should be another secret in here. This is not the secret wall I am looking for. Oh my, the red looks awful on here. It always does on my TV. Alright, well, we'll go get some stuff, and, well, you can see why these guys would be weak to lightning and ice. And, we're going to want the double heals going on as well. Look how much damage Yang did. It's almost like this game gave us Yang at like the perfect time and gave him these claws, so if we knew what we were doing, we can kind of breeze our way through a lot of this. And I like that. Alright, so next up is the average tier, ranking in at number 8, the average or okay tier. And my definition of this tier is games that I've played through once, but have not been able to bring myself to play through again, nor do I think I'd really want to play through them a second time, or I've attempted to play through them a second time and just like got bored or didn't have the enjoyment that I once had with the game and didn't want to finish it. One of those. So, number 8 is Final Fantasy VII. So, I've tried replaying this game, but there's just a lot of things that end up bothering me. When it comes to the plot, spoilers for a 20-year-old game, by the way. Oh, Cecil gained a level. How nice. When it comes to the plot, I felt the plot was super strong in Disc 1, and I talked about how another Final Fantasy game built up the Meteor spell as being this epic spell. Well, Final Fantasy VII did that. But what it did is it built up the game in Disc 1, and again, this is PS1 era, so there was 3 discs to this game, and can I kill this in one hit? We're going to try. And so it built up this Meteor spell, and Sephiroth, the main villain, he ended up casting Meteor. And just before the start of Disc 2. And one of your main characters also ended up dying in a cutscene, just before Disc 2. So there was a lot of huge plot things going on, a lot of epicness within the story. And then you get to Disc 2, and, maybe a few of the townspeople might randomly mention this meteor. There's this giant meteor just hanging in the sky. Ooh, crocodiles and Gigaskater. These guys are a pain in the butt. We're going to use Yang to kill them. We'll have Cecil and Palom work on the front. I believe we want to kill the Gigaskater first. I think that's the blue one. Wow, look at that damage output. He is definitely weak to either ice or thunder, one of those two. I want to say it's ice. So anyways, they have this giant meteor sitting there, and it sits in the sky for the rest of the game, and goes pretty much ignored by the main plot. And that really bothered me because they really hyped up Meteor as being like this epic spell. Like, it would have been cool if they had thrown in something like maybe a plot-related boss where, like, okay, they're gonna try and make the meteor come down faster, and we have to kill this guy. Nope, it just sits there. And then after you defeat Sephiroth and everybody's celebrating, everybody's going back to their lives, the game's just kind of like, oh yeah, it's the final cutscene. We still have that big meteor in the sky. We should do something about that. And then this green mystical energy called, I believe it's called the Life Stream, just comes up and they're like, let's clean that up, and it's gone. That just really irked me. Cecil gained another level. Yang gained a level. We got diet food. These guys need to go on a diet with how much they're leveling. And there were some other weird things about the plot that happened in Disc 2. Like, Cloud was basically like in a wheelchair for... I want to kill these guys. But I don't want them killing me. Yeah, Hydras aren't super tough. I'm going to swap Rose, though. Because otherwise this just is not going to work out in my favor. Use the healing staff on Tella and Porum for some free healing. Yeah, it's not much, but it's more than nothing. It's decent enough to use. Yang is really slow in back attacks. That wasn't effective. That was effective. Palom gained a level. Porum gained a level. Everybody's gaining levels. Oh, hi. Hydras are back. Actually, Yang is pretty decently fast. Nobody's fast in the back attack. So yeah, Cloud was incapacitated. He was in a wheelchair, and then, you know, you do some more traveling and plot and stuff, and then you get to this cutscene or whatever where Cloud falls into the life stream, goes through like some weird trippy scenario, stuck behind the wall somewhere, and then he comes out and he's okay again. I don't get it. That thing in the back casts Tsunami, the Floodworm. He's not nice. The Gigascator. Oh, the Gigascator's not the dangerous one. It's the, must be the alligator, that is. I know one of them's an old enemy that we could encounter in that one waterfall cave way back when our party was Cecil, Tella, and Rydia. And the other is, the alligator, then, is the blue one, and that's new to this dungeon. So, yeah. Just some things about the plot like that really kind of irked me, and this Floodworm has lots of HP. Look at that. It's taking so much damage. Oh, well, it's dead. Fortunately, Yang still hits it pretty hard. And there are secret passages through these. I'm making this look easy. Well, that's to go onward. I'm not ready to go onward. Electrofish. Those things absorb electricity. Don't use electricity on them. Let's do this. They don't absorb ice. I don't think they're really... Tella! No! You are doing it wrong. You are doing it all wrong. Oh my gosh, Tella, do not swap Rose. You swapped Rose. That's bad. We don't want mages in front. I don't believe those fish have any sort of elemental weakness. So you just kind of have to power through them. Yang's claws will still do decent damage, even though they absorb electricity. Okay, that's not decent damage at all, but they didn't absorb it. That's my point. Yeah, take that. 8 damage. Yeah, I really miss not having the sound effect of Cecil's sword from the Super NES version. That was like the sound effect of my childhood. I don't care to fight a back attack. This is also the stretch of the game where, as a kid, bosses became insanely difficult for me. Like, I'd get 20 plus game overs on a boss. I don't want to do this either. We're ambushed. And part of that was because we were running from almost every single random battle that you could run from. That's not a smart idea. Yeah, we'll fight these guys now. They want to be fought by us. So we'll give them their wish. Alright, next up on the OK average tier, coming in at number 9 on our list is Final Fantasy X. You know, if you guys know about this game, you probably know what I'm going to say about it. It was super linear. You're basically running along a straight path through the entire game. I thought once we get the airship that things would be somehow different. This takes us back to the start. There's nothing else here for us. Okay. We are ready to go on. Oh, these guys again. Well, we'll demonstrate what they can do. Yep, they cast Mini. This is bad. You don't know Mini. This is also bad. Oh, you can still cast all your magic spells fine. Let's do that then. I don't know if this would be effective. Yep, that was still effective. Okay, let's see. You, Tella, can cast Mini. Mini is cheaper to cast than Asuna. Yeah, Mini costs 6, Asuna costs 20. So we're going to cast that. Cecil's not going to do anything, because I don't want this guy casting Mini again. We'll just let Yang's Claws do all our dirty work for us. So yeah, Final Fantasy X, you know, nothing really impressed me about the game. Although I can't say too many bad things about it. The Sphere Grid system, no. The Sphere Grid system that they had in place of like their normal level up stuff, it was interesting. It's ended up making me spend a lot of time in the menus with dealing with that. And it's not really... I don't want to spend a ton of... Ooh, Preemptive Strike. We'll do this. Let's show off Bio, because we haven't done that yet. Yeah, that's a really strong spell, and it only costs 20 magic to cast. So Tella gets like 4 uses out of the thing. But, whatever. Yeah, the plot was okay. I mean, I don't think it was spectacular or very memorable. Some other things that it did is it would have like certain, like you'd have the Flan type enemy that was weak to magic and had super high defense. Hey look, a secret treasure. Ancient sword. Go, ancient sword. No, that's awful. We'll keep the Sword of Legend. Let's... We don't need to use... We do need to use it. Do we need to use a tent? I think we do. Let's use a tent. Let's sort, because I know I have more than 5 tents. So yeah, some of the enemies, like the bird enemies, were weak to Wakka and his Blitzball. Heavily armored enemies were weak to Auron and his sword. You know, that was about the extent of that. You could swap characters in and out. It had a turn-based system like Final Fantasy I did, and the haste and Haste-Ga I found made the game insanely easy. No, we're not doing that. We have boss battles coming up, and they're difficult boss battles. Hey, I found Baron Castle. That means I did not need to... I didn't think I needed to use a tent, but we use a tent anyways. I can go up to Cecil's bedroom right now, and all 5 of us can sleep in the same bed for free and get fully restored. That sounds weird on so many levels. So we're going to let you guys ponder that, and we'll come back and fight some boss battles. Probably 2 in 1 part.